Hello everybody, welcome to Mewgenics. I am your host Edmund McMillen, creator of The Binding of Isaac, Super Meat Boy, and a few other things that you don't know. And I'm here to show off a game called Mewgenics. It's a game that me and Tyler have been working on for well over 6 years. It will be releasing in February 10th to be specific, and you can wishlist it on Steam. I've been promising a gameplay video. There has been no gameplay videos of this game, and I wanted to basically stream it. And this is me giving you just an improvised run. I'm on a new save. I have bypassed the game's tutorial because I'm going to be the tutorial for you here. And here we have our starter house and a bunch of cats. The cats with the white text are our retired cats. These were the tutorial cats. This is the ones that started it all. We got one of their kittens here, another one that has grown up. That's a pretty girl. A few strays. We got some Poop, Sniff, Giant, and Fitzgerald. These are stray cats. They appear by your house every day, so you've got some new cats every single time you pass the day. But we're gonna gloss over this whole house situation. We'll get back to that later. I want to get right into the meat and potatoes, which is the adventures, and then we'll get into all the insanity with all this stuff. The main thing that I want you to know here is, in order to survive, we need food. The food is up top. We have 14 food, we have 7 cats. Each cat eats 1 unit of food in order to pass the day, or the cats will start starving. So we want to be able to feed these cats. We could pass the day 2 more times and see what else we get, see if they mate, see what strays appear. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to go out on an adventure to get more food, items, and money. Because that's what is important to make any kind of progress in this game. So we're going to grab any cats that aren't retired and aren't kittens, which we have 4 of. We'll go Fitzgerald, Pretty Girl, Giant, and the old Sniff. We're going to depart. You can see when we depart, we've got a bunch of class callers. So these are the 4 classes you start with in the game, which is Fighter. It's a melee attacker. We've got a hunter, who's a ranged attacker. We've got a mage, who's also a ranged attacker that has a focus on casting spells. And we've got a tank, who is a melee attacker with some spice that is all about taking damage and absorbing it, not getting killed like this little waif over here. Let me go through the stats real quick for you. We'll use Sniff as an example here. Sniff is a very average cat. You can kind of tell here, the 6 is a little bit green. The 4s are a little bit red. That becomes more pronounced as you go above and below 5, which is the average. So anything above 5 is above average and anything below is below. But these are all pretty consistent. We've almost got 5s across the board, which is fine. So strength affects your melee damage. Dexterity affects your range damage. Constitution affects your HP and health regeneration between battles. The intelligence number is literally the amount of mana that you gain when you end your turn. Your speed affects your movement, how many tiles you can move. It also affects initiative. Charisma is how much mana you start with and also affects your max mana. And luck is your luck. Anything with chance, this would affect it. So he has slightly below average luck, so he's a not so lucky cat. Each of the cats has an ability that they're born with. Sniff appropriately has the ability Forbidden Fart. Forbidden Fart costs no mana, that's this little icon here, deals 4 damage, and inflicts poison 4 and knocks back each nearby unit. There will be permanent consequences for casting this spell. Only once per turn. You'll see what I mean by permanent consequences. What else we got? We've got Giant. Giant appropriately is the strongest one so far. Also a giant brain. This is a good cat. Its constitution is a little low for somebody with such high strength, but we'll figure this out. Giant comes with an ability called Nerf. Nerf inflicts damage down on an enemy unit, which could be useful. It just kind of takes things down a little bit. We got Pretty Girl. Pretty Girl's got an ability called Sunburn. She actually inherited this from her mother, just so you know. And that inflicts Burn 1 and Blind at infinite range. This is a pretty good spell. It does cost 6 mana. She's got low strength, high dexterity, and high movement, and low charisma. Everybody's a little unlucky. What else we got? We've got Fitzgerald, has the ability to blow. A wind ability that blows things back 1 tile. We'll find a use for it. This one also has high dexterity, low strength, also low constitution and low intelligence. This would be a good ranged attacker, so we're going to go hunter with this one. Sniff is going to be a tank. This is going to be our fighter, even though its HP is a little low. And that would make Pretty Girl our mage. Each of these classes will modify the stats. So as you can see, when I take this off the mage, and look, ta-da, intelligence goes up to 7. Seems pretty good. So we're going to lock in. We're going to go to our storage. These are the items that I acquired on my tutorial run. I got a stick and a small catnip baggie. This gains me mana and is a trinket, and stick is a weapon. We're going to give the stick to our fighter so we can get in there and deal a lot of damage. And we're going to give the catnip baggie to our mage, which will help her cast wind spells and burn spells. This is a cool combo here already, I can see. But we're going to get into that once we start combat. Let's jump into an adventure.
Meow.
The attuned loafs embark upon an adventure, and he says, I'm fat. The old farter, Sniff. Sniff is our leader, so this is the alley map. And this is the very start of the game, always starts in the alley. It is a randomly generated adventure, so all of these, the contents of these little icons will always be different. But we're going to jump straight into combat, our first combat, and I'll explain in depth how this is all broken down. All right, here we go. If you look up here, this is a turn order. Strangely enough, Sniff is our fastest. This is our fastest cat, which is also our heaviest cat. It's not too common that a tank has that much speed that it can go first, but in this case, that's pretty nice. So Sniff's first, and then it goes down the line, and they will all take their turns and do their things, and we will help them out. So on a turn, each cat gets 1 movement action, 1 basic attack action, and you can use your spells as many times as you can use them via the mana that you have. And if we look at Sniff, Sniff has a passive ability called Trample. So passive abilities are the strongest abilities that usually your cats get, and you can draft around them. They fit into archetypes, and the archetype here is Trample. Trample means that a cat can move through units or objects that you can damage, and will deal 3 damage to them when they walk over them. That's why there's this little 3 damage icon underneath move. It's usually not there. So if he walks through something, they take 3 damage, which is pretty nice, because if I can get anything that lets him deal contact damage, that'll also add to that. He also has the ability to goad an enemy, which is force an enemy within 5 tiles to move towards you, and then we know Forbidden Fart. Tanks also have this ability called Push Attack. It's their basic attack, and it's kind of this lunge ability. So you can see here that when I mouse over movement, the green area shows where it can move. If I mouse over the attack, it shows my attack range. Now if I go over here and I move out like this, if I click it, it shows both. So I can see exactly where, if I move here, I can attack these different areas here. I can hit all these things. And there's no configuration where I can actually hit something. We're going to tank. We're going to go in enough to attract the attention of these. Maybe we goad. We're going to goad this guy right here. And now he is within attack range. I have a push attack here. Sadly, this deals 5 damage. This thing has 6 life. Now there's a chance, if I'm lucky, which I'm pretty sure I'm not, I could crit. If I crit, he's dead. That would be nice, but I don't think it's going to happen. We'll see. No. So this guy is weakened. He is down to 1. So he still will get his turn, but maybe my mage can take him out before he gets a chance. So we're going to pass the turn. And underneath here, see that? It says end turn, and it shows my intelligence, and it shows how much mana I'm going to gain. So when I end my turn, I'm going to gain 4 mana, which is important. So I'm going to gain the mana. I'm going to pass to the kitten. Now it's time for Pretty Girl to shine. What can she do? Well, she can definitely hit this guy. So we're going to go here, and we're going to shoot the dude, kill him. Now what do we have? Let's look at the passive first, Synthesize. Gain 1 intelligence at the start of each turn. This is a control build where you want to take as many turns as possible, because Pretty Girl only gets stronger and more efficient as she goes, which is pretty cool. But I also play aggro, so it's, who knows if this will come into play, but I can definitely play around it. We've also got Wind Slash, which is a wind element spell. It deals 1 damage and knocks back 1 in a straight line. And it costs 4 mana, and we have 5. So we're going to use that. And you might have noticed that it did 1 damage and then knocked it back into the wall, and then it took another damage. So it's 2 damage here. Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to use my catnip baggie. to gain mana. Now I can do sunburn on anyone. I'm going to set this guy on fire and blind him. And you can see here, if I mouse over him, it'll see he has burn 1 and blind. Blind 30% miss chance for the next 1 turn. So if he wanders his way, which he can't, but if he was able to wander his way over to one of our cats and hit them, he would have a 30% chance of failing. So we're going to pass the turn and gain 8 mana. The pooters are going to do their thing. Now, here's the fighter. And the fighter has a passive that says Hulk up. When you take damage, gain +1 movement range. He wants to take damage. But he also has an ability called Leap, and it jumps to an open tile within range and inflicts bruise on all adjacent units. Bruise means whenever a cat with bruise takes damage, it takes X more damage equal to bruise. So if bruise 1, every time he got hit, he would take an extra damage. I'm going to move here, and I'm going to try to leap. I'm going to leap behind. So like it's kind of overkill, but I'm going to leap behind it, and I bruise the poop as well. Nice. I'm going to attack him from behind, dealing 11 and exploding it. And I'm going to use the stick on the poop, see what's inside there. There's a coin. Pass the turn. The cat took its burn damage. Yeah. Now we've got our final dude, which has an ability called Bullseye. Your attacks never miss, plus 25% crit chance. He has the ability to spawn a bear trap within 5 tiles, which is pretty sweet because they cannot see these traps that you place. Also has the ability to blow and as a lob shot as its basic attack. It's got pretty good range. The downside to the hunter is that it cannot attack 2 tiles close to it. So it has to move away. We're going to just take this guy out. And then we're going to assume that this cat is going to want to try to come over here in order to attack. So we're going to put a bear trap here and say, go ahead. Go ahead and walk into the trap. Yeah. All right, it's round 2. Back to our dude with trample. Let's goad this cat and hope that it goes into the bear trap. No, it went right for me. Still good. We're gonna walk over it. Boom. It's gonna run away. I forgot these guys are these are little scaredy cats. So whenever they take damage, they run. And I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna punch my way backwards and just stay here and hang out. Yeah, this dumb idiot. Look at him. What a fool. Tried to get me and he failed. So we're going to go over here. We're going to bash that. Blow on him. And burn this guy. And I think he doesn't have enough mana to leap. He has 5 intelligence. It would be really nice if this guy had 1 more intelligence, because then he could leap every single turn. So we're going to be on the lookout for any items that give us intelligence, because he could really use it. We're going to still go here because we can reach him with our stick. All right, can we bring it home here? I don't know if we can. We can at least put a trap here and shoot this. There, that'll do it. So there's some interactive objects that you can knock around if they're hit in the right direction. Rocks being one of the main ones. All right, this is when it gets real cool. Every single time you finish a combat, you level up and you get to draft an ability. It's kind of like drafting a mini deck for each character. And there are over 1,200 abilities in this game, so it's really, really deep. And they're all completely unique and they all level up, but we won't be seeing leveled up spells in this one. Replicate's pretty cool. Lets us double cast spells for 5 mana. This is better when we've got something that's like this, like something a really big high damage thing that we can save up the mana for or find ways to abuse. We've got Frost Blast, which freezes units on tiles in front of you. And Energy Blast is just a high damage spell. We also have a collarless spell. So these are all mage spells, but this one is from the general pool. And this is a melee attack that deals damage equal to half of your dexterity rounded up. 6 mana for 3 damage isn't the greatest conversion. I'm leaning towards Replicate or Energy Blast. I don't know. She does get really smart over time, and she does have 8 mana, so I can cast this every single turn. So I think this is the answer. It has no element tied to it. It's not going to do anything super spicy, but it's 10 damage every turn. So I'm taking it. Yeah. All right. Now on to the event. This is an event. So there are hundreds of events. And depending on where you are in the game, they're different. But an event is essentially, if you've played D&D, it's kind of like a skill check via a table. This says, Giant discovers an old window, a shiny lattice of cracks spread across the glass panes like a fragile patchwork of tiny mirrors. What should Giant do? Should Giant bash through the window? Or should he examine it and try to find a way in that way? As you can see when I mouse over these, it selects different stats, and you can see the icon here. This is a roll, so it's a random roll, and it has 4 outcomes. There are 4 outcomes per option. So when I bash this window, if I can succeed, I can fail, I can critically fail, I can critically succeed. And the odds are in my favor here because I have 8 strength, which is pretty fucking high. Here it's just average. I have an average chance of success. So we're definitely gonna bash and see what happens. Oh yeah. All right, so Giant smashes in the window with his paw, sending fragments of glass flying into the interior. He looks through a hole and sees something interesting within reach. Giant got a frying pan. Let's go see what this frying pan is all about. So frying pan is an uncommon weapon. You can tell it's uncommon because it's got this circle behind it, this little gray circle. It goes on my head, this slot here, and it says block and counterattack backstabs. I'm definitely putting it on the fighter. If anyone tries to backstab the fighter, he will block the attack completely and turn around and then just bash that thing in. Very cool. I like it. So we're going to go with this little piece of armor here. This is a nice little uncommon piece of armor. Second thought, I'm going to put it on my tank because my tank can actually, you know, this is a pretty weak fighter. This is a total glass cannon here. I don't really want him risking the chances of not being hit from behind. I think I can position myself a little bit more with Sniff. So we're going to put it on Sniff and hope it works. All right, we're going into the next combat node. All right, we got a phone booth here. We got a dead rat. We got some flies and maggots and there's 2 tom-toms, which are pretty big. As big as my fighter, really. And we got a little kitten here. What can we do? How can we make this happen? I think my best bet is to go here, shoot at the maggot, and then blow the bag and the maggot. So it'll kill the maggot, and it may spawn something interesting from the bag. And it did. It spawned a food pickup, which heals 4 when eaten. You can interact with pickups on the ground by walking into them, or interacting with them with like a melee attack or something that reaches into another tile. I don't know. Nobody really needs life right now, but it's there if I do need it. These guys are all really slow, which is nice. All my guys get to go first, so I can kind of walk in. I don't want to walk through my guy. Let's see. We're going to go here. Can I goad? I'm going to goad this guy over to me. It's not that fast. I'm going to punch this guy. And he's probably not going to get behind me. I wanted to try to position myself, so I ended with like looking that direction. But I don't have enough. I didn't have enough movement to get over here. No forbidden farts yet, even though it is tempting. Look at that area of effect. Jeez. I'll use it at some point. Fighter time. Let's get in close and see if we can get close to the tom-tom. We cannot. I'm gonna save up my mana because I can leap even further if I can use it twice.
Meow.
And this is gonna help. I'm gonna get in here. I'm going to hit this tom-tom. Ooh, a crit. And then I'm going to put the trap right there. Almost guaranteed that the maggot or the tom-tom will activate that trap. Nope, the kitten will. Alright, so the kitten is immobilized due to the trap, which is what that icon is. And it's also down to 1 HP. Everybody else is trying to get to me and failing. Alright, we're poised to destroy. Let's see. Let's get in here and... what's the move here? This is the move. The move is 5 damage here. Kill these guys with the wind slash. And blow this guy away from me. And we're going to get in there with the tank. We're going to go over here. Again, I could fart if I wanted, but I don't want to. Can we... What happens if I do this? Can you line up? It's not really where I want you to be. That one will die, And we pass. The fighter can now get in close. We're going to backstab this TomTom, killing it. And then, oh, there's two little dudes out. Oh, I thought I could be super efficient and kill them all. We're going to kill the maggot and place that here, and he'll just walk into it. He'll die before the end. So that was a good round 2 finish. We will get some extra rewards for that. And more importantly, we will draft a new ability for Sniff, our crowd pleaser. He's got some cool ones. So we've got Cold Shoulder, which is deal 1 ice damage. This is kind of like the opposite of Sunburn, but it's kind of irrelevant for him. We got To the Rescue. Jump to a tile adjacent to an allied unit and damage and displace any unit you land on. So this would be like, put my fighter out there, then this guy jumps in and smashes. The only downside is this guy's so fast that he seems to be going first, so it's kind of irrelevant in the early game. We got Belly Flop, which jumps in and mobilizes a unit and deals 1 damage, which could be okay. We've also got Chew Cud, and it just heal yourself. Kind of like that. I kind of like just healing myself. I do also like movement abilities, and these are both kind of movement abilities. But I feel like Sniff is the one that's getting around. Like Sniff is the one getting furthest into combat, so I don't think To the Rescue is worth it. Belly Flop costs too much, so we're going to Chew Cud. And maybe we could get into some sort of like, I don't care if I take damage or I gain something from taking damage archetype. That could be cool. I did get a bandit. What is this? We got a white belt. It gives Brace 1. So Brace 1, it absorbs 1 damage for every instance of damage that you. So like if I take 10 damage from a unit, that is reduced to 9. If I take 2 damage, it's reduced to 1. It's always reduced to 1 at the lowest. I do think my fighter needs a white belt because look at that, pitiful 16 HP. We're gonna go to our treasure chest and see what's inside. Ooh, a natural 20. Natural 20, weapons gain a 50% crit chance. My basic attack gets 10% crit chance. This is a trinket. It goes into the trinket slot at the end over here. Now, he is already poised. He's got a 25% critical hit chance, and that goes up to 35%, which is pretty nice. I'm just going to put it on him and raise the chance, and maybe there's some crit archetype we can flow into. We're going to do another event. Oh, flock of birds travel above in the sky. Some land in nearby perches, resting for a moment before continuing their migration. So this is actually what we refer to as a weather event. So this is an event that happens, and then this is constantly happening throughout this chapter. And we can look up here, bird migration. 1 to 2 birds spawn in each fight. Now birds are pretty cool. They're usually quite rare, but we're going to be seeing a lot of them in this run because of bird migration. I'm just going to move into the next area because you're going to probably see at least 1 bird there, along with the mini boss. So let's go to the mini boss. The mini boss is Magnus. This is a fighter mini boss. There are many mini bosses in this game, but this guy likes to chain dash, which means he'll move and then he'll like rush and then hit and then hit and then hit. Like he'll keep like bouncing different directions. So you want to stay apart. His other secondary attack is a spin attack, which hits everything around him. So you don't want to surround him either. He is pushing you to keep your guys apart. Remember when I was talking about birds, it appears there is a turkey, and turkey's pretty good if we can kill it. You may notice at the end here the turkey goes and it's got a yellow background. That is because it is technically a neutral unit. So it's not gonna attack us unless we kind of fuck with it. Depending on the bird, there's different AI for different birds. They do different things, but eventually birds will go away. This is a big fat bird and it's slow, so it won't be leaving anytime soon. But if I wanted to, I could attempt to kill this bird instead of damaging the boss and try to maybe harvest some bird parts or other items that it may have. And you do gain an all stats up if you happen to kill this bird. I can't reach this boss either way, so we are going to attack the bird. And it's going to fly away. And then we're going to goad the bird. Come on back.
Meow.
Come on back, bird. Okay, and then we're going to walk into the bird. No, he is mad. If only he would attack me from behind. All right, now he's hanging out in the grass. There's a bunch of different tile types in the game. In the beginning, there's one of the common tile types is grass. Small grass isn't going to do anything, but tall grass will actually make it so there's a 50% dodge chance for anything that stands in them. So it might be a good place to put my hunter. All right, we'll pass to the mage. Mage is going to do some stuff. There's some catnip over here that I cannot reach. We're going to, again, we want to stay apart. I'm going to keep him over there. Here comes the fighter. Cool. Okay, we are kind of close. But I do want to deal 8 damage. What can I do here? We're going to go here. Hit. I'm going to jump over to the tall grass and hang out over there. All right, we need to get away from him in order to shoot him. We're going to hide out over here. We're going to shoot him. Oh, nice crit. We're going to lay a trap right here because I have a feeling he's going to go that direction. Let's see what he does. No, he goes the other way. And he wails on our tank, which is fine. Tank's got a lot of life.
Meow.
Tank's turn. Should I walk through him? There's a chance that he'll go left, right, or right behind me. If I go through him, I'm just going to risk it. I'm going to walk through him. Cool. And then I'm going to punch him in the back. And I'm going to chew some cud. Yum. What can we do here? We can definitely hit him. Okay, I'm getting in for damage now. We're going to zap him and deal 10. And deal 10 again. And he's almost dead. So he's going to go crazy here. What is he going to do? He's probably going to... If he goes this direction, I still think I'm okay. He's going to hit one of my dudes. He'll go, no, if he goes... He'll go here, and then he'll go that direction. Nope, he's going to just... Cool. All right, so he'll still do his thing, but he did get immobilized, and he won't be able to use his movement. But since he used an ability, he was able to still move here. Can't hit him. Can I do anything else? I'll go over and pick up this catnip. And then jump over on these coins. Good enough. Yeah. The way this game works is you don't get these coins when you just finish a round. You have to actually stand on them or interact with them to gain these coins. And the game rewards you for efficiency. So if you dirtle around and try to pick up all the stuff in the match, you'll probably end up with less coins as a reward than not. So you gotta kind of just do it efficiently. Like, oh well, if I can't do anything else but walk over and pick up a coin, then whatever. We just kill him, right? We just kill him. And I don't think he's getting out of this. He's immobile either way. I kind of want to kill that turkey now. We've got a whole other round for it. I can't... I'm going to kill the turkey. Because this guy's just going to kill himself. Come here, turkey.
Meow.
Okay. I did kill the turkey. Technically, the hunter killed the turkey since that was his trap, which is why he got the reward. But let's just... I'm going to bring him out since I know that trap has been used. And we smash. And that's it. Mini boss has been destroyed. And we level up Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has the ability of your attacks never miss. This says shoots 5 weak shots. Each one has a 50% miss chance. That sounds really good. That sounds like a fucking good combo, especially with this. We've also got Needle Shot. A piercing needle that deals damage and gives thorns. So it's 2 for 1, but also gives thorns. And thorns are whenever a melee unit hits a unit with thorns, it takes that much damage. So if you got like thorns 3, then every unit that hits you in melee combat, it's going to take 3 damage. You also got Snipe, which only shoots exactly 6 tiles away, never misses. Well, already we're already not missing. Then we've got a summon, a ranged summon spell. Toss a spider egg, low damage, inflicts infested, which means that there is a spider that is stuck inside the person, and when the unit dies, their body explodes, and there's a little spider there that will fight for you. We're definitely doing Arrow Flurry. That is so good with this. It's a really nice combo. Yeah. It's a bit pricey, but I think we can get there. What does it look like? Let's see. 8, 4, 6. Every 2 turns we can do this. But if right off the bat we can pass the turn and on the second turn do it, it's a good one. We got another uncommon item. This is a weapon, the Anarchist Cookbook. Sound familiar? Summon 3 to 5 bombs that explode at the end of the round or when destroyed. So it's just full chaos explosions. Who wants that? This is going to be his ripcord. Time to see what happens in this event. A large pile of trash blocks Pretty Girl's way ahead. The large heap is composed of deceased cats. Truly a horrifying sight. It is. Do we loot? Do we bash? Do we examine? Do we try to figure out what killed these things? Do we just try to smash our way through? Do we attempt to find something within the pile? It really looks like examining these is the best bet. Looting being second, and obviously this red turd behind bash means this is a bad choice. We shouldn't do it. I'm going to go with examine because I think that's the best chance there.
Meow.
Uh-oh. Trying to get a better look, Pretty Girl climbs onto the pile. Something sharp in one of the bodies cuts her, causing her to bleed. And as you can see here, if we look at Pretty Girl, her life is a little lower. She's bleeding. That will carry into the next combat. She's fine. It's not a problem. But it's good to take note of the fact that she is bleeding, which means that she'll be taking damage every single turn. All right, let's move into our last basic combat of the chapter. Looks pretty basic. We've got 2 birds. We've got a pigeon and a blackbird.
Meow.
They're both relatively small. This one's going to fly away real fast if we don't kill it. Wait, we got a chicken too. What the fuck? There's a lot of birds. Whatever, I'm going to do this. Was this a mistake? I'm going to go over here. I probably should have moved in. I got a little too excited. Can I pull anybody else in there? Why'd I do this? Who told me to do this? We're fine.
Meow.
We've got to get out of this. Here's an idea. Go over here, bombs. Yeah, that'll do it. Now I've got an opening here. Yeah. What are we doing? Okay, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna punch this guy, and we're gonna leap
Meow.
here.
Yeah.
Now what are you gonna do? You're slow. No, it's fine. We're fine. We're gonna. Yeah, we just fucked everything up, but everything's fine because we're killing this chicken, who would have already gotten blown up by that other thing. We're gonna put the trap in front here. No, of course not. You're still gonna get killed by the bomb. Yeah, get him. Get him. Oh, that could be so good. Okay. We're fine. Everything's fine. By the way, these little rats, they're called charger rats. They try to line up and then dash forward and max range. So they only have 1 movement, so you can usually kind of telegraph where they're going to go. My guys look a little messed up. We're going to go like this.
Meow. Meow.
Come over here. We're going to... It's probably not going to work, but we can go to them again. Don't go too far. Yeah. Come back.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Bastard. You're fucked.
Meow.
Kill bird. All right. Cool. We're going to get some stuff. We killed a chicken and a pigeon. Hunting season. All right. I don't want to line up with this guy. He's already taken his turn. We'll take him out. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. Okay. We'll sunburn this guy. Oh, get this. You want to see something cool? Hey guys, you know what happens when you blow on a flame? Just enough. You stoke the flames. Let's stoke the flames. We're going to blow on this rat. And you notice that the flame, the burn just went up. Now he's burning 2. And the turn. Take this guy out. Get it a little closer. Put this down so he doesn't kill this guy. And what do we got here? We're going to go punch a bag. Punch that bag. It's a crit. Did you get anything? Doesn't look like it. Okay. I want that coin.
Meow.
Do your... Oh. Ah! Because he's blind! Because he's blind! Or at least he was. Remember when I blinded this thing? Made him have like a 30% miss chance? Yeah. I did that. And now I'm going to blow.
Meow.
And dead. Okay. Victory. Finally, Giant gets to level up and do some cool stuff here. We've got the ability to poke, which deals 1 damage. This actually does combo with leap. If we can leap on somebody and give them bruise, then poke deals 2 damage to that unit, which is fine. We got big punch, which is just obscene. Melee attack, the spell increases by 2 each time it is cast. So eventually it becomes completely uncastable. But for the first 2 turns, 22 damage is really good. It's hard to pass up. Also got inhale. Blow all units in a straight line towards you. 1 tile. That's also wind, so it does combo with my fire stuff. We've also got step. This is a colorless ability, so it just moves 1 tile for free, only once per turn. It's like having +2 speed permanently. And there are some archetypes where you want to cast lots of spells, so that's always good for a free spell. I'm going to... I mean, it's hard to pass on big punch. I'm going to take poke. Why? Because I'm a fool. Oh, we got some stuff from those birds. What's this? A whistle. Summon a fly, maggot, or flea familiar. Thank you. I will. Who wants this? Somebody gets in battle. What is this one? Lunchbox. This is a trinket. Heal 5 HP. This gains +1 use each time you pick up a food. So that like meat that was on the ground and whatever in the last battle, this has a certain amount of durability, and each time I use it, it goes down, and when it goes to 0, it's destroyed, but I can keep it up by refilling it with meat. All right, let's head into the next node, which is an event. Sniff finds a locked safe. Although worn with age, its locking mechanism appears secure. This is bad. We can examine it, which we're bad at. We can pick it, which we're neutral at. We can open it, which we're bad at. I'm going to go with pick, obviously, because it's the tiniest bit better of a chance, but these are all bad. Let's see what happens when we pick it.
Meow. Meow.
All right, with a click, the safe swings open and Sniff purrs in triumph at his accomplishment. Sniff got 30 coins? Jesus Christ. That's a fucking payday and a half right there. That's a lot of coins, which is pretty fucking awesome because we're going to be hitting the shop soon. All right, but first, we get another prize. What is this? Seed bombs. It's a weapon that you throw and it makes tall grass. So you can hide out in tall grass. I don't think it's going to be that relevant in this run, but it'd be nice to keep it home at the end. And finally, we've got our shop. Ooh, a wig. That's a good one. Okay, what are you talking about? First, we're going to take a rare candy. That'll level us up. You always want to take rare candy. And you guys get to see the first extra passive level up. This is one of the coolest level ups, level 3. When everybody gets their second passive, this is when the game starts really showing itself to you. We've got Force Field, which is essentially Holy Mantle. At the start, so you get a Holy Shield, which is Holy Mantle, and at the start of every 3rd turn you gain another Holy Shield, which is quite good for a mage because they're usually really weak. We've got Lightning Paws. Your basic attack deals +1 electric damage and has a 10% chance to stun. We got Death's Door. Well, you're 1 HP. Your spells cost 1 mana, but can only be used once per combat. I don't want to be at Death's Door. And we've got Study. Gain +1 intelligence whenever you hit a new type of unit with an attack or an ability. I actually like Study here. I think even though it is a colorless general spell, I think with the abilities that I have, like Wind Slash, that I could boost myself by 3 or 4 intelligence pretty quick. So we're going to go with Study. And with Synthesize, we're doing like a high intelligence build. Even though this is the end of the run. We're also going to buy the wig and the railroad spikes because we got a shitload of money. Usually you do not have the ability to do that, but since we hit the jackpot and picked that locked, we got all this stuff. So the wig is +2 charisma. This is a time where we can kind of stop and look at some numbers here because this could be really good for us. Is there any cat where we really want to do an ability right off the bat that is too difficult for us to cast? Yes, there we go. So Fitzgerald only has 6 mana in the beginning. And we complained about how, you know, it's not the greatest build for this because this cost 8. If we raise its charisma by 2, that turns into an 8, which means that on turn 0, Fitzgerald can cast Arrow Flurry, which is quite good. I want to be able to do that as soon as possible. And we got Railroad Spikes. It's just a ranged attack. I can use, there's 8 of them, and I will be giving that to my fighter. And we will be going for the final boss of the alley. All right, the Los versus the Radical Rat. So the Radical Rat is always the first boss that you fight in the game. We're still on the rails. Like, even though this feels a little open, we're still pretty much on the rails. We're kind of spoon feeding you bits and pieces here to not completely overwhelm you. And this is the dude you fight, and he's a puzzle boss. So really, you've just got to think about your placement and making sure you maintain his attacks. He's got a little black buddy bird. He tosses bombs that explode at the end of the round. So he's going to be throwing bombs out that are like Bomberman bombs. And at the end of the round, if those bombs aren't defused, they will go off, they will chain, and they will just destroy everything. So we have to basically maintain his bombs. Can I get anywhere where I can hit anything? Burning this guy is a little iffy, okay? Because bombs are flammable. And if we set him on fire, he might walk through other flammable tiles, set things on fire, make more fires, and then throw bombs in the fires that instantly blow up. So I'm weary of using Sunburn. But I also want the bird to die by the end of the round. What I'm trying to do is also study. I'm going to Sunburn this. I studied an animal. So the blackbird is an animal. The Radical Rat is a rat. But there's other things I can study here. But either way, I gain +1 intelligence for studying the bird. And the bird's blind. It's not enough to kill the bird at the end, though. But I still got +1 intelligence, which will be useful. Here comes the bomb. So we got to take care of that bomb. Should I... Okay, I'm going to walk over the bomb. I'm going to use that. Good enough. I'm not going to... I can use the cookbook on him. That would be kind of funny. Wait, maybe he might actually absorb all the damage because he covers himself with a garbage can at the end. Let's see. I'm going to bring this bird over here. Oh no, the bird is lighting stuff on fire. Kill the bird. This is pretty cool. This is a little combat mode. You can strip away all the different things that can get in the way. You can just see what you need to see if you need to see it. The bird was on fire, so when I killed it, it turned into cooked meat. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna summon something. What do I want to summon? I summoned a flea. There's a little flea there. That's my friend. My friend will go and attack the boss. I'm worried about this. I'm worried about this. I'm worried about this fire situation. I think my farts are also flammable, so that could be explosive. Can I get over here? Pick up that. Man, I'm so close. So close. We're gonna get close. We're gonna throw a railroad spike at him. He's gonna don't throw in the fire. So we gotta do something here. All right, we're controlling this guy. Should we suicide into? I'm just gonna use him to. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! He's on fire. He's gonna blow it up if he attacks. Oh. We're gonna end the turn. Well, I've got Arrow Flurry now. Should I just try to kill him? He's gonna take his turn. If I don't kill this, I'm fucked. I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna kill the bomb. We're fine. I'm gonna Arrow Flurry the boss, which is always gonna hit. Ooh, and look at all those crits. That was cool. What is he down to? He's half-life. He's going to hide, and he has got no bombs to explode, so we're good. The fire is dying down a little bit. Actually, no, it spread over to this rock, which had some grass growing under it. Our flea friend's fine. He's on fire, though. Now we're going to get in here. We're going to smash this guy, and we're going to fart. I think it's time for the forbidden fart. I want to show you, mostly I want to show you what the consequences of said fart are. Here's time to fart. Now, as you can see, he actually, I got necrosis. He bounced, because it lobbed him into these objects, which he bounced off of and took a bunch of extra damage. And I acquired a disorder. So the consequences for all of, there's a cycle of forbidden spells that cost no mana, do something really big, but will always yield a disorder. The disorder that I got is necrosis, which gives me +2 strength and +2 constitution, but whenever you take damage, you spawn a piece of yourself, essentially. A piece of your body falls off, and it is poison. It's poison food. And it gives you -1 strength and -1 constitution. So as long as I don't take a shitload of damage, I'm fine. It's actually not bad, you know, because you're this weird blobby decaying zombie thing. I will chew my cud, though. I'll do it a few times. Do I want to blow everything up? No. I've already farted. So at this point, I think I can kill this dude on this turn, so I'm not going to worry about the bombs. We're just going to blast. Oh, I studied the rat. I'm even smarter. I'm going to go eat this food and shoot him again. It's a crit, and it's done. So that's the Radical Rat, and that's the end of the adventure. We're going to draft one more ability. This is cool. You guys won't see it because these cats are coming back and they're going to retire, but rubber arrows, quiver, Might of the Meek. These are all cool. I'm going to take quiver, which lets me to save unused basic attacks for future turns. Because if you've noticed, I usually can't reach something right off the bat, so I usually forego using my basic attack, and this will allow me to at least, you know, stock it up. Maybe I can find other ways in the future, but we're gonna head. I'll check all this stuff out when I get back to the house, and we're gonna head back.
Meow.
And we're gonna return home. All right, I unlocked the sewers, which is the next chapter in the sequence. There are 3 chapters per run, and there are many different chapters in this game and branching paths. But in the next run, next month, I will venture into the sewers with you. But for now, I need to put some stuff away because this is my storage, and I've been hunting birds. So I've got a shitload of items that I can't even fit. So we have to judge this real quick. Easiest way would be to look at the icons. These are all common, so they're not going to be as good. I don't need the railroad spikes. I don't actually want the seed bombs. I do want a crucifix. The crucifix gives me holy shield. Used glasses is part of a set. If you can find all 3 parts of the set, you get a pretty good crazy bonus when you're wearing it all. But the large catnip baggie I think will do more work for me, so I'm going to take that, throw the rest away, and bring my cats inside the house so they don't starve. Now, you can see up here, I've got 34 units of food. I could hold 100. I have 7 cats, so when I pass the day, they will eat 7 of those. I've also got 45 bucks, which is relevant later once I unlock a bunch of stuff here. I'm going to end the day and see what happens. All right. Odie and Dr. Jerry mated, but I believe they're related, so that could be problematic. Anything else? All right, Giant got together with Pretty Girl. They've bonded over their experience. They had twins. They look monstrous. Oh, it's raining again. Rain is a spooky one. I think it rained because we did bad things. That's Frank. And more on Frank next month. I'm going to cut it off here. And we will see you in a month. I hope you enjoyed this first showing of the game. I think you can kind of sort of see the potential here. I don't think it's going to be super apparent until the next run. because then you'll really see how deep things go and how interesting things can get and how different every run is. But Wishlist the game on Steam comes out February 10th, and from here on out for the next 5 months, every month we're going to put up a new gameplay in this series. I think Tyler's going to do some as well, so you have different perspectives on different ways to play and totally different runs and configurations, but we're going to kind of do the same thing for a good 5 months until release. So thank you for watching Mewgenics. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.